afternoon, everyone, and welcome to my channel. My name is Saleemah, and I am on my way to get my hair done. It's Friday, that's why it looks like this. It's Friday, and we're doing Friday, which is the day of beauty. So I have all my beauty appointments set up today because I live a high elemental life, which means I align my my lifestyle and what I do with the elements of air, water, fire, and earth, so I can just be more in the fullness of who I am and be more aware of what I do. So I'm on my way to get my hair done, and then I have my nail appointment today. I'm late, that's why I'm trying to hurry up. I have my nail appointment today, and then we have some other stuff to do. So first stop, I'm getting our hair done.
Even when it grows, the style is more so to where it's kind of, and it's getting fuller up top anyway. So this is still be molded, tapered into what's growing out as well to make sure this is fuller.
Okay, I'm done with my hair appointment, and this is the results. I used to cut this really short, and then this was growing out longer, and then I decided I wanted a different shape. I kind of want a more rounded shape, so I have to start growing all of this part in over here, all of this, so that I can have the hair to shape. And so before I used to wear it kind of like, not high top, but just up. And the longer it got, the more floppy it got on the sides. So it was just growing longer on the sides. So she cut the sides down so it could kind of blend in a little bit. So we're going to see how this goes. I usually get my hair done every 2 weeks. Yeah, so that's this week done, and then next week, the middle week, I usually do the maintenance myself. And I'm at the point where I want to do as little as possible with my hair. I want to do as little as possible when it comes to my hair. Like, that's the last thing that I want to think about. That's why I keep my hair short. And also because I had weight loss surgery 2021, April 2021, so like a little bit over a year and a half ago. And one of the things that I kind of experienced is breakage in the front here. This little area right here of my hair has always been kind of problematic. Like, even when I was pregnant with my son, with the hormones and everything, after I had him, my hair had grown a lot. Like, my hair was very long, but it completely, like the postpartum hair shedding, like all of this right here completely broke off. So I mean, I had like long hair on the sides and everywhere else, but right here was like super short. So that was probably the second time that I did a big chop. I had to chop on my hair because I was natural. I've been natural since 2000. Yes, I mean natural. Like, I've been natural. So I was natural before the natural hair movement. I was natural back when the only products that we had was Jerry Curl gel. That was it. We had the curl activator gel, and that was it. And I had to figure it out. But yeah, so So this has always been kind of problematic. So I don't know if you can see, but it's a little bit shorter here in the front and it's longer here in the back. Like everything else grows fine. Like all of this is growing. And even with my weight loss surgery, like, you know, you have to keep up with your protein intake and things like that. So I know I'm good with that because my nails grow. All of this hair, you know, grows no problem. It's just I have to be very delicate and particular with this little area right here. So that's what we're trying to do. So hopefully as time goes on, my vision, how I want to wear my hair is for it to be short on the sides and very long, you know, on the top here so that I can kind of do different things with the top. But until then, we have to go ahead and get this, all of this grown out. So, okay, we've done that. I'm going to run over here to the Starbucks and get a tea in my cup, my little reusable cup. And then I'm going to go over to my nail appointment. That usually takes about 2 hours. And then from there, it'll probably be time for me to eat some lunch or something. So I'll have to figure out where I'm going to eat for that. And then we'll go from there. Well, it is December in Texas, and I am out here with short sleeves on. Short sleeves, no jacket. Why does the weather be doing us like that? And this is the thing. It's relatively hot. It's like 78, 80 degrees. But next week it's going to be cold. So I don't understand. I don't understand why. Okay, I got to eat a little bit. It's almost 2 o'clock, so I gotta eat something. I was rushing this morning, so I didn't eat breakfast. I'm gonna eat a little something while I'm here, and then I'm gonna be off to my nail appointment because I'm early. She said I could come. So I'm eating. You know, they have these little at Starbucks. They have these little boxes. You know, so I got the peanut butter and jam protein box. So it has this little tiny peanut butter jelly sandwich and a string cheese and some cut up apples, some carrots with some ranch, and some, I think it's chocolate covered raisins, I think. So it's like it's a nice little box. It's not too many. I'm not going to eat this whole thing because this right here will make me full. So I don't worry too much about carbs when I eat something like this, because I'm not gonna eat the whole thing. I'm probably gonna eat the sandwich and some of this cheese, and I'll save the rest for a snack while I'm at my appointment. Okay. So while I'm eating on this, let me kind of break down like how all of this works when I talk about living a high elemental life, because I know that's not a concept that most people have heard of. I don't know what background you're coming from if you're watching my video, and if you're here, thank you for watching. Welcome to my channel. I'm still trying to figure out what I'm supposed to say, like welcome to my channel. I'm trying to figure all that out. I'm just glad that I'm actually moving forward and vlogging, because this has been a while in the making. So, you know, give me some grace, you know, and kindness while I try to figure out what my formatting is going to be. I don't know what my formatting is going to be yet, so I kind of just jump into things. But I'm going to get to it, to where I'll be like, welcome to my channel. My name is Saleemah, and I'm da-da-da-da-da, and my little catchphrase and all that stuff. So you'll know. You'll be like, oh, okay. But until then, let me try to, you know, just inject it into, you know, things as I go. But when I talk about living a high elemental life, I have a background in technology. And so I look at things from various perspectives. But the elements of the universe, and in the universe, in all of what is, the creation of all that is, all things have the characteristics of air, meaning some type of spatial capacity. All things, even the molecules in your cells, there's space in between the molecules in your cells that are bonded together. So everything has some type of air or spatial capacity or characteristic. Everything has some type of water capacity, whether it has water in it or it has the behavior of water, which is flow, which is things flowing together and moving in together. Everything has a fire component, which is not just creativity, it's the electricity, it's a spark, the spark of life. So everything has a fire, creative, electric component, and everything has some type of materialistic component, meaning earth. All things come from the earth element, and I don't mean earth like the planet, I mean earth like material, matter, substance, because it represents many different things. So looking at things from the elemental perspective helps us to kind of look at life from a programmer's perspective, to hack into the backdoor elements of life, because all things, your existence is all built on these 4 components, and there's more elements, but these are the master components that we're going to deal with. So we don't do anything. I'm sorry if I'm spinning. Oh Lord. We don't do anything without those 4 components being involved. It doesn't matter if we're aware of it or not. So looking at the elements gives us awareness of the characteristics of life, the components of life, and why things happen the way they do. We can observe nature to better understand ourselves, and we can understand ourselves better, observe ourselves to better understand, nature, but nature comes first. So when I talk about living a high elemental life in alignment with the elements, I'm like, well, what does all that mean? In the time I have, I'm giving myself to eat this little sandwich and this little piece of cheese. What it means is that I started learning about the elements many years ago because I wanted better awareness of myself. I was going into more self-development, which later turned into self-mastery, and I'll talk about what self-mastery is, later. So I started learning about the elements and their connection to who I am as a human, as a person, in this existence. Meaning, I started learning about, I'm going to come in here and I'm going to change my life. Obviously, self-development is about increasing yourself, bettering yourself. So when I was taught it was like, okay, well, there's these 4 components of the universe that exist in everything. Let's start with air. We start with air because air represents your thoughts. It represents your mental capacity, literally your mental capacity, meaning your ability to think, your ability to comprehend. But it also represents your thoughts, your perspectives. It also represents communication, technology. It represents the unseen that is in effect. Meaning, you don't see air, you don't see the wind, but you feel it. You can see it interacting with other things, like when it's blowing the trees and the leaves, or you can hear it, but you can't visibly see air, but it's there. Well, it's the same as your thoughts. Your thoughts are there because they manifest into other things. Manifestation meaning in the earth, but it starts with the thought. So when you begin the process of not just change, but anything, you start with your thoughts. Thoughts trigger emotional response, which is a flow of energy in a certain dynamic. And then that goes into your fire, which is your will, represents your confidence, represents your ability to do, even your ambition to do, your desire to do. And then that when you put your thought, emotional energy for the experience, into action, then action produces something in the earth. So when we're looking at today being Friday, and today is a day of beauty, I am honoring or observing the energy of my fire and beauty, because I'm going in, and also in earth, but in fire and beauty, I'm going in and I'm being creative. Like, I'm going in and I'm creating my image. You know, I'm deciding on what it is that I want to look like, what I want to represent, what I want to create an image for myself. And then I'm also honoring beauty in earth by doing it, you know, by manifesting my hairstyle. But it started as a thought. What was the image that I wanted of myself? And then how did it make me feel? Well, you know, having a shorter haircut just makes me feel more attractive, because it's more of the embodiment of how I want to look. And it also makes me feel good because I don't want to have to do a whole lot when it comes to my hair. So then that goes into, you know, the creative spark of doing it. And then that leads into the manifestation. But beauty is represented in fire because it is captivating. When you see something beautiful, when you see something attractive, it sparks all of that energy inside of you that makes you want to it makes you want to have sex. It makes you want to be intimate. It makes you want to create something. It makes you, fire is the spark that leads to the creation of other human beings. I don't know what we can, the exual with an S, the exual energy, because I don't know what we can say on YouTube or not. The exual with an S energy is part of fire. That desire to connect with something is part of fire. So a lot of times when you see beautiful things, it draws you towards it. It makes you want to interact with it. You know, if you see a beautiful piece of artwork, it draws you in, like you want to look at it, you want to take it in. When you see beautiful people, it draws you to them. You want to look at them and take them in and be around them because of how they make you feel. So honoring beauty in your fire, and it sparks your creative juices. It sparks your desire to live in life. Like, nature is beautiful, and being out in nature and appreciating the beauty of nature makes you want to go and look at the trees and watch the leaves fall and look at the babbling brooks, and it brings up so much in you. So living a high elemental life means that I'm consciously aware of what's going on in the background, that I don't just do things just to do them. So on Fridays, I do things like, have my beauty appointments because I'm honoring the fire element and my earth element. I do things like today, I'm going to go somewhere where I can have a really pretty salad, because looking at the pretty salad and the presentation just sparks the appreciation and joy of life inside of me. I'm going to, when you go shopping, you're honoring beauty when you go shopping, because you're out and you're looking at what the earth has manifested. And, you're buying your clothes and you're putting your colors together and you're putting your outfits together. You're appreciating beauty. And so, we're not just doing things just to do them. I say that on this side so you can understand that things are not being done in the world just to be done. The beauty industry doesn't exist just to exist because they want you to slap some makeup on. There are concepts that are behind that. So living a high elemental life is about connecting and aligning with not just, this is what I want to do because I'm a woman, or I'm a man, or I'm from Chicago, or I'm from Texas, or, I'm 40, or I'm 30, or I'm 20. You're living life more intentionally, more purposefully. You're able to observe things in life that will help you then to observe more of yourself. Which will bring more awareness, self-awareness to you, which will help you with self-mastery. So if you're going through anxiety, or depression, and you understand that the anxiety and depression are emotions or emotional states which will go under water that affect your earth, your body. Well, between your water and your body is fire. So a lot of times when I'm feeling anxious or I'm feeling depressed, in order to transmute that emotional state, I go into fire, meaning I find something that I can do to utilize that energy. I find something that I can interact with or interact in that can help me to alchemicalize that energy. So I gotta start moving around. So I'm gonna, I'll do a separate video to break down each element, but I just kind of, because it's not simple. It's simple, but it's not. It's simple, but it's complex. It's not something you just casually break down. But I want to give some type of reference point so you understand when I'm talking about, okay, I'm honoring beauty today with fire of creativity of my nails. Like, my nails are a creative outlet for me. And that's how I amp up and boost my fire energy, my fire element, because fire feeds on things, and fire needs to be fed. And so if I'm going to have a high fire where I'm willing to go out here and do and be and live life robustly, then I have to feed that urge. I have to feed that desire. And I feed that desire by, using color and design and using the materials of that are available, and taking inspiration from the colors in nature, the leaves on the ground, or taking inspiration from something I saw on social media, which is all about fire, which is all about creativity. So, that's just a short kind of synopsis, so that, as I continue with this vlog, you can see that, feeding my fire and feeding your fire is the way to build up your appreciation for life, the robustness of who you are. It's putting gas in your tank. It's combustion. Fire is combustion. Your car needs the gas to cause the combustion in the engine so it can go. If you have low fire, or if you have no fire, you don't want to do shit. You don't want to do anything. You don't want to live life. You don't want to involve yourself with anything. You're too weighed down with your emotions, and you're too weighed down with your thoughts. And so that stifles your fire, and it prevents you from materializing what it is that you want, which ultimately you want the life that you desire. You want the life that you want. So that's just a little bit. Let me go ahead and finish this food, and then I'll see you again when I'm over at my nail appointment. I'm on my way to my nail appointment, and I was just sitting here thinking about, just going over my head about like the things that I want to do with my footage, or how I want to put things together. And I had to laugh at myself because I have been working on my perfectionism. And perfectionism for me has always manifested as the inability to get things done. Because my perfectionism, over the years as I've studied it and worked on it, my perfectionism has come from my desire to not be judged, my desire to not be criticized, and to people please. So I always look at things from like, okay, it has to be perfect. It has to be perfect. I was laughing about what I said when I was eating my lunch, about, figuring out what my opening statement is going to be and all this other stuff, because this is most definitely a journey for me, so that's something that y'all are going to see, just me learning how to do this. I've never done this vlogging thing before, or even just making videos for YouTube. I had a YouTube channel many years ago, like 2009 or something like that, just trying to figure out how to put these things, put this together, learning about it and all that stuff. But the whole idea of perfectionism, you know, I have to walk myself through and talk myself through some things sometimes and say, Saleemah, it doesn't need to be perfect, just leave it. Don't worry about it. It doesn't need to be perfect. Because, you know, excellent, I want things to be excellent, yes. Excellent, yes. High standard, yes. But perfect, no. Because first of all, there's no such thing. And second of all, my perfectionism manifests as me, you know, it hinders me from doing everything. Like I'll be paralyzed in my perfectionism to where I won't do anything. So I won't manifest and create what it is that I'm trying to create because I'm too concerned about it being perfect. It's paralyzing. So what I've done to combat that for myself has been to just remind myself, you know, it doesn't need to be perfect. People judge you if you put out something that's absolutely what could be considered the top tier, top notch. People are going to judge it. If you put out something that's low grade and half thrown together, people are going to judge it. So I always remind myself, you know, not wanting to be criticized. If you're moving, if you're breathing in life and doing anything, somebody's going to criticize you. Not wanting to be judged, somebody's going to judge you. That's just the way that things are. You know, that's the way that things are. What I control is my response to that. But my response first begins with how I approach what I do. You know, so I've had to learn mediocrity, you know, which is there's nothing wrong with mediocrity. Mediocrity just means the middle, the average. But for me, so that I could combat that sense of paralysis, and I want it to be perfect and I can't make it perfect, I don't want to be judged and they're going to criticize me or whatever it is, not just with this vlogging thing, but in life. You know, being an overachiever and all these other things that I picked up and learned in school. You know, being an overachiever, making things perfect, being competitive, which turned into these emotional responses. I've just learned that, you know, I accept whatever level whatever I put out, whatever I do at whatever level, I accept it, because it wouldn't have went out if I didn't accept it. And forget what everybody else has to say. If I'm going to listen, then I'm going to listen to better something, not to put myself down in criticism. You know, because sometimes people can criticize, but once you have matured and sustained yourself, you can listen to somebody's criticism and not take it personally, but just see it as, okay, well, is there anything that I can benefit from out of this to make it better, to make something improved? I don't let people bat me back and forth with what they think, because like I said, they're going to criticize you at the top of your game, and they're going to criticize you at the bottom. They're going to criticize the person that is A1, A+ at the top of the field. They're going to criticize the person at the very bottom of the list, and everything in between. So criticism is not anything that I take on personal analysis. But yeah, just working. Yeah, I have to make things fun. I have to make things fun, and you have to make things fun when you're working on balancing the scales of yourself, and you've swung too far into something like criticism, or too far into not giving a damn, because you can swing so far over to not giving a damn that you're not producing your best for yourself. And so, you know, the middle is always whatever works best for you. So in working on these things for myself, I've learned that the best way is first and foremost to make it fun, because there's very little judgment in making things fun. you know, so this to me is fun. Like, I'm trying to figure it out. You know, I'm like, okay, how am I going to shoot this? And I, you know, when I look at other vlogs, I'm like, okay, so how did they do that? You know, looking at the beautiful shots that they take, and how they do the lighting and the camera angles. All of that is appreciation for beauty. And then it fuels my desire to be creative. And I'm not trying to figure out, okay, what did they do? How they do that? And where they go to do this? And, you know, how can I incorporate that into mine to make something just as beautiful or beautiful to my standard and what I want to present. So, you know, make things fun for yourself. Fun is a good fire energy to fuel your creations. Because, like I said, there's little judgment in fun. In fun, you're being curious. In fun, you're being childlike sometimes with innocence. And it's just like, okay, we're just going to figure it out. We're going to figure it out. Yeah, somebody's going to criticize me. And they're going to talk about it. They're going to say something. They're going to say good things too. They're going to say good things, and they may say not so good things. Oh, well, I'm going to take what I can from both. But make things fun for yourself, especially when you're pursuing something that is getting you more in your emotional reaction. Just make it fun. Just breathe in, breathe out, and make it fun. Use the energy of fun. Use the energy of what's the word? The energy of I can't think of the word. But yeah, make things fun for yourself so that you take that pressure off. And it's really more about discovery, and it's about creation. That's fire. Fire doesn't judge. Fire is action. Fire is action. Fire is movement. So it doesn't judge. It doesn't think like it's not a thinking type of energy. So when you put fire to something, when you put your desire, your will, your determination to something, do it with the energy of, man, we're just going to discover, we're just going to figure it out. Let's just figure it out and make it fun. You know, I'm not judging myself because I don't know. How am I supposed to know? I wasn't born knowing how to vlog. I'm going to do my research. I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to enjoy the discovery, and I'm going to enjoy, you know, putting things together and being creative. Like, give the creator in you that sense of fun, that sense of curiosity, that sense of whimsy. Make it whimsical. You know, like, oh my gosh, like, what else can I do? What else can we put in here? Like, and if it messes up, sometimes things mess up, and I see that it's messed up, and I leave it. I'm just like, I'm leaving it. I know it's messed up, but imperfection is beauty. There's beauty in imperfection. You know, I don't know. That's just something I was thinking about while I'm almost at my nail appointment. So that's just something I was thinking about that I wanted to share. So next we're gonna be getting my nails done. I don't know what type of design yet I'm gonna get, but we will see. We're gonna make it fun. Okay, Friday night, we're about to do some pre-birthday shenanigans type of stuff. So this is just a little outfit of the night check. me see. Well, this is my shirt. Look at my shirt. Okay. I'm trying to get the detail without putting the camera in there. So this is the detail of my shirt. Okay, and then, so that little lace on here, and then I got my leggings that got the little lace action going on too. So, a little throwback, because this is like a diamond cut shirt. Let me see, know if you can see it. It's like a see, it's a diamond cut shirt. It's cute. It's just comfortable. It's wrinkled because I should iron it, but I do not care. We're going, some of my friends and I were going to this new restaurant called Envain, E-N-V-A-I-N, Envain. So it's a restaurant. They serve hookah, tobacco and non-tobacco hookah. They have drinks. I think they're gonna have like a DJ. So it's just like a whole vibe. It's one of the things that's going on in Houston where a lot of the entertainment spots that we have, they're like doing multiple services. So it's gonna be, you're gonna have a restaurant, you're gonna have hookah. It's gonna be like a lounge vibe with a full restaurant type situation. So that's where we're getting ready to go for some pre-birthday shenanigans. I just got this little red lip. I literally just have some, I think this is Revlon Infallible, I think. I'm gonna put a little gloss on top of it, and then I don't have no eye makeup on because that's my new thing. It's just the lip. I may put on some eyeliner. I don't wear makeup, so I may put on some eyeliner. I may not. I don't wear mascara because I got these big ass glasses on, and and then I put on some Fenty Diamond Balm, which is like the glittery powder or whatever. I put some of that on my face, and that's it. So getting ready to go. So next I'm gonna catch back up with y'all when we get to the place.
I can do that. I went from Jealous Bust it open.
Okay, I just wanted to close this this vlog out. I am home. It is like after 1 o'clock, but we had a good time at Envain. It's a cute little spot. So that was Friday. Friday, focusing on beauty and fun and fire, and it was a good day. So y'all take care, and I'll talk to you later.